Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning into today's video. If you've not seen me before, my name is Abby the Mindset Fairy, and I'm here to provide you with guidance on how to turn your dreams into a reality. If you have seen me before, then welcome back. So first of all, sorry about my voice. I've got a horrible cold going on, so just bear with me because I might get a bit croaky like halfway through this. So for today's video, I really wanted to talk about sort of how we get started. So over the last few weeks or so, I've been talking to several people about my goals, my dreams, what I'm working towards, what I'm trying to build, where I want to end up, how I want to get there. And a lot of people have then been sort of feeding back to me sort of what their dreams are, what their goals are. And during these conversations, I've been like, well, okay, well, why didn't you start? Why don't you work towards that? And every single one of them has said to me, well, I just wouldn't even know where to start. I think that's really a very, very common theme. So it's something I really wanted to address today for you guys, because I had that as well. Right at the very beginning, where I was like, okay, well, what is my dream? What is my goal? What is it that I want to achieve? And when it comes to things like health and fitness, we kind of have really good signposts on how to start. Basically, you basically start by moving more, eating less, eating better, making better choices. But when it comes to things like your career or following your passion, working towards something that you've seen other people do, you thought, I could do that. Those sorts of dreams, they're a lot harder to get started. And what we tend to do is we tend to hold ourselves back because of the fear of the unknown. So really, it's fear that's stopping us from getting started. And the people that I've been speaking to, one of them wanted to write a book. I always felt that they've got a good book in them, felt that they could write a like almost like a memoir on like their experiences, and that they feel that the way that they've overcome things would help other people. Another person wanted to start a YouTube channel like what I've done, and felt that they could provide guidance on getting through some of the obstacles that they've been facing. Another one wanted to start their own business, and they're all great goals, all great dreams, all things that I fully support these people in doing, and they're just not starting. And the reason is because they just don't know where to start, basically. So the advice that I gave to them is what I'm basically going to say to you now, which is you will never know how to start your dream, how to start. I mean, you've got your dream, you make it a goal, and then you're like, oh, now what? How do I get from where I am now to where I want to be? And it is daunting, and it is scary, and it is outside of your comfort zone, and you will have imposter syndrome as well when you start, because we all start off with imposter syndrome because we don't think that we're good enough, that we're able to do it, that anyone will want to listen to what we've got to say. And these are all perfectly normal emotions, but they are all centering around our mindset, and it comes from a mindset of lack, because we're thinking that we are lacking what we need to be able to do it. Whereas in reality, it wouldn't be a dream or a goal of ours if we didn't have the ability to do it. It's our mindset that's holding us back. So the advice that I gave to them, and it's very much what I did at the beginning, because when I started this channel, I knew that it's something I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to become a mindset coach. I wanted to help people achieve their goals and their dreams, and I didn't know where to start. So I very much started by just giving it a go. I started by creating a YouTube account. I started by creating a TikTok account, by coming up with a name that I could start my business under. And that's not the name that I've got now, because over time it's evolved. But I very much started with just starting with the first step of, well, if I want to run a mindset business, I need a name and I need an account to get the message out. So I started with that. And then I started to look at videos online of people that I admired that were doing the things that I wanted to do, and looked at their styles and I didn't copy them, but I looked at what I liked, what I didn't like. And from that, I developed my own style. And I just started by literally recording myself talking about something, looking back at it, thinking about how I've done it. And then eventually I started to post those videos on YouTube and started to to get it moving. When it came to writing my book, because I'm writing a mindset book at the moment, I started off by Googling the layout of a self-help book. How many pages is it? How many words is it? How many chapters is it? What flow should it have? And from that, I built the framework. And from that, I've been able to start to write my book. And this is the advice that I've given them. It's very much a case of you're not meant to know how to start it, but look at the people that you know that have done it and work your way back from there to find what those building blocks are. And when it comes to the imposter syndrome, when it comes to feeling that you can't do it, one of the most important things that I learned a few years ago is if it doesn't make you uncomfortable, if you don't feel like you can't do it, if you don't feel that it's too far of a reach, if you feel that it's actually all within your capabilities and you can absolutely do it and you're doing it now, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Because to really reach your potential, you have to constantly step out of your comfort zone. I did not have the confidence to come here and talk on the videos and do these. And as you know, I don't edit these at all. I just record them and then post them. There's no editing on here. When it came to starting my TikTok with my tarot business, I didn't have the confidence to do that. I had to edit quite a lot because I was stumbling over it and I was doing it, but now I'm in the flow of it and I know what I'm doing because I pushed myself out of my comfort zone to do that. I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone to talk about the challenges that I've been through because I know that it will help you with the challenges that you've got to be through, that you need to go through. And when it came to my weight loss business, I had to find the confidence within myself to show people that I had struggled with my weight, and that's why I can help you with yours, because I understand what you're going through. So it will always feel uncomfortable to start off with, but the more you do it, it will become natural to you and you'll develop your own style and you'll develop your own way of finding your voice within it and creating that dream. And really it snowballs from there. It's just actually physically getting started. So the best way to do that, as I said, is just to start looking into it. Write down what your idea is. If you want to start a business by being a YouTuber or an influencer, have a look at what other people are doing, have a look at your own way of doing it, and start to create a plan and then just give it a go. You don't have to post what you've started off with. You can refine it before you start posting it. But my advice is to start it straight away and post in the early videos. Because if you have a look through like the people like who are aspiring to be like, if you look at their like early videos, their style is completely different to what it is now because over time they've built confidence in themselves. If you look at like the first books of people, so like J.K. Rowling, her first book was very popular. It took a long time for her to get it published. But when you compare the style of writing, the quality of writing in The Philosopher's Stone to the later books, then the style of writing is different because she has got better and developed it. And now the other works that she does are brilliant. So we all have to start somewhere. And instead of holding ourselves back by going, well, I can't do that, staying in that mindset of, I'm going to be an imposter if I show up and say people that I can do it. Well, you wouldn't have the dream if you couldn't. And the experience will come with time and the ability to actually sit there and just jump on and do your video or write that next chapter or start to promote it out or come up with a different idea. It might be that originally you come up with an idea to write one thing and actually over the process of investigating it and the style of writing it, that it changes completely into being something completely different. But that's all part of the process of building to where you want to be. And we need to not get rid of the fear, because the fear is always going to be there, but step past it, acknowledge it, step past it. Feel the imposter syndrome, because we all feel it. Every single person feels imposter syndrome, regardless of whether or not they say that they do. And just go, okay, well, that's just because I don't have the experience yet, because I haven't been doing it. And just try and learn to reach out to the people around you. But one thing that I would say is that when you do reach out to people around you, because people don't have the same vision as you, they're not necessarily going to be very supportive. They might say, oh, well, you know, that's a great idea, but. So take what they say with a pinch of salt, because people do love you and they do want to help you progress, but they might kind of hold you back a little bit as well. So, but get people's opinions on it. Say, this is what I've done. This is what I'm really proud of. What do you think? How does that come across to you? And then build on it from there. And before you know it, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals, and the confidence will come with it. And your mindset will be a lot more positive, because once you've started to do it and realised that it wasn't so bad, it becomes a lot easier to keep doing it. So that's really the message today. How to get started is to literally start looking into it, Google it, speak to people that have done it, and do a bit of trial and error in the background, find your feet, and just get started, because it's your individuality that will make it special. It's your authentic self that will make that a success. So don't worry about copying anyone. Just get some ideas, see how it's done, and then work from it and work from there. So I hope that helped, and I will speak to you guys all soon. Bye.